beautiful soul. I've got some powerful messages for you, and today is 7th of August, and I'm going through, like intense anxiety. This spirit told me that I need to express this to you. So I'm going through like intense anxiety of what next, and if you have been watching my videos, like I've consistently been in this phase. I have like 200 rupees in my bank account, which comes to like $1.2 or $1.5. And I don't know where my money next is gonna show up. My landlady has told me like you have to now pay a rent, and I don't know how to, I don't know what's next. I don't want to go back home, and I also said a prayer 3 days ago to God, to Mother Ganga. It's a river where I live. That I can't do this anymore like this. Like I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy. Health I can't avoid. By like even if I am pursuing my dreams, I cannot pursue them. What's the point of achieving any goal, anything, by neglecting my health? You know? Like I have hemorrhoids in my ass inside my ass. If you don't know, hemorrhoids are like just like how you have pimple on your face. It's something when you are feel like they happen because of various reasons, but one of the reason in my case is stress, like living in intense stress. And intense stress could be the result of lack of faith, but I had lot of faith, but I still like this stress, like rent and bills can be yeah. So I'm there, like but I experienced the same thing back in 2021, wherein I was so similar stresses, and then I was moved here where I am. So anytime these kind of intense stress, intense fear, intense things come up, it's like because we are leveling up. I have always observed that. So I know what's next is gonna be some kind of level up, definitely. And it must be better. It must be, I don't know, like because I feel scared, so I'm not able to think positively. I can't even know. I don't know. Really, it's so unknown. Uh, but I just hold that intention in my heart that God, end this cycle of pain, of lack, of barely getting by, and yeah, just put me in a life wherein I am very well taken care of. I am having amazing, beautiful eating experiences, calming eating experiences. I'm having calming, peaceful, healing, fun, joyful experiences with another human beings. I'm getting proper rest, proper sleep, and my hormones are very well balanced. My hair is healthy, black, and like um volume, like very in here are in perfect health. My skin is in perfect health. My hormones are in perfect health. My muscles are in perfect health. My organs are in perfect health. I wanna, because I have lived so much of my life in anxiety, in self doubt, in lack, in fear, in malnutrition. Now I want to live a life wherein I'm getting healthy periods, because as a woman, are we getting healthy period is a sign of good health. So getting healthy periods, living in this world, walking in this world, feeling really really good about myself, and living in joy, sharing my gifts with other people, living in confidence, and getting very 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 well paid for my creative, psychic, and intuitive gifts. So this expression, I needed to express that. And there is also a lot of confusion around, like, where is my business going? Am I, all of this, like, am I something, am I being delusional? Everything is happening. Anyway, the message that I was receiving was that just give me a moment, let me center myself back. By the way, I had a very good day yesterday with like 400 rupees in my bank account and not knowing where the money is gonna show up. I was just very calm. I was just very grateful to have the energy in my body to clean my home, to feel the inspiration. How when our bank account the money in our bank account can go low, we our energy goes low, our motivation goes low. But I was just like, I said a prayer that spirit of joy, spirit of fun, spirit of dance, spirit of best case scenario, spirit of honesty and integrity, you lead me. Then I went out for a walk. It started to rain, and I stood somewhere in so that I don't get drenched in the rain for a very very long time. And I was like, why are you keeping me standing here, God? It's because I needed to get the fresh air, because I was just inside my home. And then when I started to walk up, a girl came, and we if I wouldn't have waited that long, I would have missed meeting that girl. And she was 15 years old, and she we had a great conversation and a long 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 hug. And she was like, I really need a hug. And I was just like, how God orchestrate everything is so beautiful. And when I came back from this walk, I was feeling so energized that I cleaned my home. And I was just very grateful to have the energy in my body to clean my home, genuinely, because living in a nice clean space is such a gift. Yeah, let me center myself back to the message the spirit wanted to give. Spirit, what was it? Why are you stopping me and then not giving me any message? You know, like, okay, yes. I read somewhere which I want to talk about. Two things. Number one, when we have survived a chaotic home, a traumatized, the home that has traumatized us, we grew up in unstable relationships with our parents and family. One of the things that we do with our imagination is imagining ourselves in danger and someone else rescuing us, and imagining someone else is in danger and then we rescuing them and forming a connection. But we need to break that way of imagination and bring more of like uh, connecting people over joy, over joy, over fun, over creativity, over shared interest, over a happy meal, over a joyful conversation. We can connect. Connection does not need to happen over pain. And yes, of course, sharing your struggles of life with another human being and establishing a connection, there is nothing harmful in that. But when we are constantly imagining ourselves or other in danger and the rescue pattern, that needs to stop. And with sincere practice of meditation, looking into the candle flame, spending more time around trees and being around river, it starts to break that way of thinking. But because what trauma did is affected our mind, it influenced various perspectives and ideas and beliefs in our mind, right? And through body, also through dance, we can break all these patterns. Because dance uh, alchemizes us, like connects us with our connects us to our that eternal self, we can break those patterns, that those harsh, limited, restricted mindsets. So yeah, so like become aware where, whenever you are doing this, whenever you are imagining yourself in danger and being rescued, or imagining other people in danger and them being in rescued. And one of the thing is, if you meet somebody new, you want to have a friendship or a connection with them, it's always better to have a conversation and ask them, would you like us to be friends, would you want to cultivate a friendship, do you, are you looking, direct communication, open communication is way better than visualizing all these rescue and save patterns. And honest communication creates your life so much simple. It creates your body lighter. So practice more and more honest conversation. You know, asking a sincere, genuine question with somebody, it's always allowed. You can always ask question like, hey, I am curious. Hey, I'm feeling awkward asking this, but I still want to be brave and have honest conversation. I want to be brave and express myself honestly. uh, Having honest conversation will bring so much peace in your life. And yes, this one message was that. What is the another message, spirit? I've completely lost another message. Spirit, what is something that you want this collective to know? Okay, power of sleeping. Your sleep and your digestion is connected. So sleep on time. Really sleep on time. Go to sleep. Like nothing is worth stressing about and losing sleep over. Nothing. Nothing at all. You know? And by keeping yourself awake, overthinking, nothing will happen. You won't get anything. In fact, you will lose your sanity, your hormonal health, your digestion. So go to sleep on time and see the magic of sleeping on time, and do it consistently. Make it non-negotiable for yourself to sleep at the right time every day, you know because it will, sleeping on right time, waking on right time, you naturally will wake up on right time, okay, will start to erase lot of drama, lot of noise from your mind naturally. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna end this video over here. Get into my, I have like mentorship option available. I have 1 week mentorship, 1 month, and 3 months of mentorship. Together you will have a safe space with me to process your fears, your limiting beliefs, your worries, your anxieties, your stresses. You will have a personal psychic. With my psychic and intuitive gift, I will be able to connect you to your gifts, your put you on your creative path. And if fears, limiting beliefs, ancestral patterns are keeping you in lack, in stress, in constant reoccurring pattern of anxiety and worry, I'd be able to help you through them and help you cultivate a life which is deeply peaceful and calming. And joyful for you, very harmonious for you. Yeah, and I also have my one-on-one intuitive and psychic guidance session available for if you are looking for intuitive guidance right now or channel messages for you. And I also have my journaling course. The wisdom that I've shared inside my journaling course will expand you into your next magic era. And the I have my ebook, the prayers, the affirmations, the powerful verses that I have mentioned in this ebook will upgrade your life to the max, every area. Super powerful, very, very powerful. Yeah, link of everything is in my bio. Ta-da! Look at my pink and yellow color.